My empire conquered by a single game. A defense game I was supposed to dominate. The Empire Defense, a behemoth of a game that boasted almost impossible difficulty, had finally been cleared by someone. Mr. Gamer Geek, the greatest gamer of all time, had done the unthinkable. 10 years after its release, he conquered the game that was supposed to be unbeatable. Mr. Gamer Geek, a gaming streamer with an empire of his own, celebrated his victory with his million subscribers. Classic nerd, his gaming ID was a household name. His channel was the go-to place for gamers seeking tips and tricks. The director of Empire Defense steps forward, a hint of gratitude on his face. Ash realizes he's being thanked for his victory. The weight of responsibility settles on him.
We still have hope.
The director's words are like a lifeline, but Ash knows he must prove himself. The Empire Defense game is about to take a drastic turn. Ash steps forward, determination etched on his face. He knows the road ahead will be treacherous, but he's ready to take on the challenge. The Empire Defense game awaits, full of monsters and secrets.
We need you.
Ash's journey is about to change the course of the game forever.
Ash knows he can't afford to hesitate. He needs to take action and protect his team. Ash spots a group of monsters heading straight for his teammates. He knows he has to act fast to save them. His hands start to move, preparing to issue orders and protect his team. What in the world is going on here? Ash takes a deep breath and focuses on the task at hand.
Ash and his team manage to fend off the monsters, but not without taking some damage. Hama is badly injured, and Ash knows they have to get her to a safe place ASAP.
We did it, Ash. We made it.
Ash orders his team to help him carry Hama to safety, but as they're moving her, Ash sees a figure watching them from the shadows.
Who's that?
Ash's instincts tell him that this person is not to be trusted, but he can't quite put his finger on why. Ash's team is getting pounded, and he knows they can't keep this up. And that's not even the worst part. Shin Dong's expression changes from concern to shock, and Ash realizes that the guard remembers him. But how? Ash's memories are fragmented, and he's not sure what's real and what's not. He tries to sit up, but his body feels heavy, as if it's being weighed down by the memories of his past failures. So you hurt your head. Despite me serving as your guard your entire life, you couldn't once remember my name.
Prince Ash's memories are flooding back. He remembers the Empire Defense game, Mr. Gamer Geek's victory, and being sucked into the world. He's aware of his surroundings, the Empire Defense landscape, and the sound of monsters roaring in the distance. Ash's mind reels as he tries to piece together what happened. He's trapped in Prince Ash's body, and he must survive this hellish onslaught. His teammates' lives depend on him, and he's determined to keep them alive this time.
Stop. You're wrong.
Ash's eyes lock onto Shin Dong's, searching for answers. He's not sure if Shin Dong is his ally or enemy. Ash's eyes lock onto Shin Dong's, searching for answers.
Prince Ash's memories flood back, overwhelming his senses as he's met with the harsh reality of his past betrayals and sacrifices, leaving his heart heavy with regret. Ash's grip on his identity is tenuous at best, as the lines between reality and simulation blur, threatening to consume him whole, leaving his sanity hanging precariously by a thread. As the truth about his arrival in this world remains shrouded in mystery, Prince Ash is left with the daunting question. Will he ever uncover the truth behind his existence, or will he forever be trapped in this endless nightmare? Prince Ash's eyes snapped open, the stench of blood and smoke filling his nostrils as he stumbled out of the ruins of the old castle. He had no memory of how he got there, but the faint whisper of Mr. Gamer Geek's taunts lingered in his mind. The Empire's invincible walls will crumble beneath your feet. The weight of those words now felt like a heavy burden, crushing him beneath the weight of the teammates he'd sent to their deaths without a second thought. As Ash's consciousness reignited within the crumbling castle walls, A panicked voice echoed through the deserted halls. Why the hell am I inside the game? His eyes widen as memories start flooding back. He remembers the tutorial he played hundreds of times, the same location and time of the tutorial. Ash, your knowledge and experience should be enough to get you through this. But as you look at the Black Spider Army stats, you realize the odds are against you. The Black Spider Queen level is not to be underestimated. And you're not just facing her, you're up against over 1,000 of her minions.
You should have considered this before you stepped into the arena.
Your castle wall's durability is at rock bottom, and your only usable artifact is the mana cannon. You need a plan that has a higher chance of success. But the pressure is mounting, and your team's lives are on the line. But Lucas knows that's easier said than done. The enemy is pushing hard, and their defenses are on the verge of collapse. He looks around, his eyes locking onto a figure in the distance. It's Ash, his face twisted in a mixture of pain and anger. The team is assembled, and the plan is to take down the Black Spider Army. Lily, the magician, is on high alert, ready to unleash her fire magic. Meanwhile, Ken, the Shield Knight, is positioned as the main tank, ready to take the hits. Damien is the healer, keeping everyone's HP topped up. Lucas is the commander, directing the team's movements. Ken is getting to his feet, despite being severely wounded. Lucas has rallied the team, but it's too late. The Black Spider Army is already upon them. Lucas is surrounded, and the only way out is to fight. The Black Spider Army closes in, their dark silhouettes looming over Lucas as he stands frozen. Ken's battered form at his side, desperate for a glimmer of hope. Lucas's determination is tested as Ken's life hangs in the balance. The Shield Knight's injury is a harsh reminder of the risks they've taken, the weight of their duty crushing beneath the pressure. The team's fate hangs precariously in the balance as Lucas's composure begins to fray. The Black Spider Army's merciless onslaught threatening to shatter their morale, their resolve, and their very lives. Lily just dodged the last hit, but she's not getting away that easily. Prince Ash, aka me, aka the guy who got sucked into this world, is get a read on the situation. But it's hard to focus when you're stuck in someone else's body and your own skills are a joke. The real question is, for how long can Lily keep dodging? She's got a fire skin trait, but it's not going to hold out against this horde.
Stop. This is insane.
And that's not even the worst part. The real problem is already in motion. Debian. The plan is simple. Ash's team will retreat, regroup, and come up with a new strategy. But what if they're too late? What if the enemy catches up? Ash's team is already on edge, and one wrong move could be catastrophic. He's got to keep them focused, keep them alive. Will he be able to lead them to victory? Ash is furious. His team's leader, GLY, has made a critical mistake, one that could cost them everything. He's got to keep his team focused, keep them alive. But GLY's incompetence is a major obstacle. Ash's team is already on the back foot. Ash orders his team to fall back, to regroup and reassess. The key action or twist of this chapter. Ash's desperate plan to reach the Queen's castle undetected hangs by a thread as the Black Spider Army closes in. His team's incompetence threatening to shatter their last hope for survival. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Ash is left reeling from the devastating revelation that his trusted ally, Lily, has been manipulating him all along, shattering the fragile trust that was the foundation of their bond. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. As the enemy closes in, Prince Ash's team is torn apart by internal conflicts, their future hanging precariously in the balance as they teeter on the brink of catastrophic defeat. The city gates are rubble. The boss's supposed hiding spot is revealed, but the mark has vanished from the map. Ash frantically searches his surroundings, his mind racing with the implications. Every second counts. He can't afford to lose sight of his goal. His hands won't stop moving as the horizon. His eyes locked onto a potential lead. The landscape stretches out before him, a desolate wasteland of twisted metal and charred earth. Ash's eyes narrow, his grip on his sword tightening. He's not going to let anything get in his way. Stop wasting time. Find the mark. And that's not even the worst part. He's starting to feel a presence closing in around him. Ash's hands move before anyone else can breathe. His eyes lock onto the artillery, precisely taking aim at the southwest. He orders Debian to take command. Ash focuses on the task, not allowing himself to be swayed by doubts. He knows what needs to be done.
Stop. You're wrong.
His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. His grip on the controls tightens. Ash knows that every second counts. Ash's mind is racing. He knows Debian can miss. Even if Debian fails, it's okay. Responsibility weighs on his shoulders. Ash reminds himself that he has to protect his team.
Avenging. Van.
The moment I got a hold of the trigger, my buddy started moving it, all thanks to your trait. 1,000 Mile Eye, a trait that in the game, he was a character that couldn't hold the actual they've taken the. As expected, what this? Be how? Why are they still moving? Your Highness. Teach they're moving. What is? Over there a swarm of spiders. Gene they're moving. One? That. Well 70/0/2 a square formation eep. The artillery unit is about to be overrun by a swarm of spiders closing in fast, trapping Ash and his team in a desperate fight for survival. Ash's grip on his Tyrant status begins to slip as his team's lives hang in the balance, forcing him to confront the true cost of his merciless tactics and the weight of his responsibility. The cliffhanger leaves viewers on edge as Ash's worst fears come true. The artillery unit is overrun, the spiders are everywhere, and the team's screams echo through the chaos, setting the stage for a catastrophic game-changing battle.
Ash's heart is racing. One potion remains, and he's desperate to make it last. He's been running for what feels like hours, but the forest seems endless. Every snap of a twig makes him jump. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice, wondering if he's heading in the wrong direction. He's been warned about the dangers of this place, but Ash has no choice. He has to keep moving. His breath comes in short bursts, and his legs ache, but he pushes on. The thought of being trapped here forever is his only motivation. Ash spots the spiders still moving, his heart pounding in his chest. Ash's eyes dart towards the mana core, now reaching its limit. Force blasts have taken their toll on the cannon. He's got 3 shots left and everyone counts. He looks at his team, a mix of determination and fear etched on their faces.
We can't last that long.
The weight of his decision settles on Ash's shoulders. He's got to make every shot count. The center castle walls are holding up, but for how long? A demolished incoming is already on its way.
Demean's eyes. It seems that 1,000 Mile Eyes has side effects. And that's not even the worst part.
And that's not even the worst part. Ash recalls playing the game. He remembers the thrill of victory, but also the cost. Every click, every command had real consequences. Teammates' lives lost, innocent civilians slaughtered. The memory of those screams still haunts him.
Forces.
Ash looks around, desperate for an ally in this unforgiving world. He spots a figure in the distance, a knight of the Empire with a fierce determination in her eyes. But as he charges towards her, he realizes the stakes are higher than ever. The narrator's life is at risk, with only 1 potion remaining.
Stop. That's not her.
And that's not even the worst part. Ash's desperation is matched only by his anger. and the cost of his actions is already being felt. The narrator's life hangs in the balance, and Ash knows he's running out of time. The artillery unit teeters on the brink of collapse as a black spider queen ravages their ranks, leaving Ash's comrades scattered and fighting for survival. Ash's desperation is palpable as he realizes the true cost of his actions, the weight of his mistakes crushing him with every passing moment, and the narrator's life hangs in the balance. The stakes are higher than ever as the narrator's fate is left precariously perched on the edge of a cliff, Ash's failure to adapt threatening to send everything crashing down around him. I can distinctly hear the horrifying sound of tearing flesh. Kmiu my incorrect commands took away the precious life of another. Ken has moved up the defense line. Advance forward without all those who are out there. Ping are losing their lives. Bika. Will you deploy party on this spot? Yes, no, in order to save someone, in order to obtain an item, in order sure I did question it one bit. Stop. Said top you freaking monster. The truth that all death is a top. They one stop. Monsters wouldn't stop because of mere screams. You dare aim for the prince. Run, are you okay, your highness? Jo hi ml lot. And L that right, are the goddamn queens still alive? Our attacks done work. Hong it over now anyways. Let's just give up. Ken's words sparked a memory in Ash, who recalls his past life as Prince Ash. He remembers Ken telling him that he would become the coolest knight. Ash's mind floods with emotions as he recalls the promise he made to Ken.
Even if I become the emperor, time I become the coolest man in the world.
Ash's memories take him back to when he was a young prince, listening to Ken's words of encouragement. He remembers the fire in Ken's eyes, the determination in his voice. Ash realizes that Ken's words have stayed with him all this time, even in the darkest moments.
Whenever, wherever.
Ash's memories crash back, flooding his mind with the promise he made to Ken. To become the coolest knight, a fire that now burns with a newfound sense of urgency and purpose. Ken's reappearance shatters Ash's fragile sense of self, forcing him to confront the emotional turmoil of being trapped in a foreign body, torn between loyalty and identity. A mysterious figure emerges in the distance, its intentions unknown, as Ash's world disintegrates into chaos, leaving him vulnerable to the cruel whims of the artillery unit's defenders. Prince Ash stood atop the ruined castle walls, his eyes scanning the blood-soaked landscape for any sign of the mysterious figure who'd brought him to this world. The screams of the undead still echoed in his mind, a haunting reminder of the lives he'd callously sacrificed as a mindless gamer. With a resolute glint in his eye, Ash vowed to change the course of fate, one bloody victory at a time. Ash's eyes snapped open, the stench of blood and sweat clinging to his nostrils. He was no longer Prince Ash, the fool who clicked through the defense game without a care in the world. He was the Tyrant, the one who vowed to keep his teammates alive. Ash's voice rises, his words a mixture of anger and frustration. Do you think that even if you overcome a great obstacle, living will be hell? Yes, I do. His words are a bitter truth, one that Ash knows all too well. The world is a cruel place, and sometimes survival is the only option.
It's unreasonable and ridiculous, and nothing goes my way. That's life. Who doesn't know that?
Ash's eyes flash with anger, his words a rebuff to the world's cruelty. He knows the truth, and he's not afraid to face it. But the cost of his defiance is rising, and Ash knows he can't keep going on like this forever. The artillerymen are firing again. This time, their aim is true. The cannon roars, and the ground shakes. A massive explosion rocks the air. The artillerymen cheer, but Ash knows it's a trap. He sees the enemy's strategy unfolding. The spider legs, the cannon's precision, the molten lava pouring down.
We're going to die.
Ash's eyes flash with anger. He's been in this situation before. He knows the cost of failure. He knows the price of one wrong move. But the artillerymen are already reloading. The cannon is already charging. And he's still working out who's behind this. The enemy closes in, their blades flashing in the sunlight. The key action or twist of this chapter. Artillerymen fire again, their aim true, decimating Ash's team in a massive explosion that rocks the air, leaving only death and destruction in its wake. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Lily's fear is palpable, her eyes wide with terror, as Ash's world crumbles around him, threatening to shatter the fragile bond they formed. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. The tyrant's cold gaze lingers on Ash, his face twisted in a cruel smile, as the silence between them hangs heavy, suggesting a deadly and merciless confrontation that will soon follow. The moment of victory is over, but the war rages on. Mr. Gamer Geek, aka the legendary streamer, has defeated the game on its hardest mode, and now he's the one being gamed. He's sucked into the world, forced to navigate the hellish onslaught of monsters in Prince Ash's body. But Ash has got no time to think. His teammates are counting on him to keep them alive. He looks down at his hands. They're shaking. He must keep his cool or everyone's dead. For days have passed since Ash defeated the Black Spider army, but the burn is still deep. Connor is reassure Ash, but it's clear that the tyrant is still struggling to come to terms with his new reality.
Stop. You're wrong.
But Ash interrupts Connor, trying to take control of the situation. He's not going to accept that he can't save everyone.
Your Highness.
The tyrant, aka Ash, is finally starting to understand the reality of his situation. His teammates are alive, but the Black Spider army's activities have stopped, and the Queen's death is significant. He's not invincible, and he can't just win every battle. Your Highness, Connor says, relieved. Ash's revival is a huge weight off everyone's shoulders.
You can't just keep going like that.
The key action or twist of this chapter. The tyrant, fueled by a newfound determination, sets his sights on the Black Spider army's next move, refusing to let his teammates' lives be lost again in vain. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Ash's revival comes at a price, forcing him to confront the harsh reality of his situation and the weight of his teammates' lives, forever changed by the Queen's tragic demise. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. As Ash embarks on a perilous path to survival, the Black Spider army's next move looms ominously, threatening to upend everything, leaving his fate, and that of his teammates, hanging precariously in the balance. The king's disappearance has everyone on high alert, but what no one knows is that the game's most legendary player, Mr. Gamer Geek, has vanished along with the king. The game's world is in chaos, and a mysterious figure has stolen the prince's body, Ashbone Hatter Everblack, and brought him to this realm.
Lucas, are we there yet? We'll arrive soon, Your Highness. Please wait a bit more.
Lucas, the prince's loyal servant, is growing impatient. He's been waiting for what feels like an eternity, and the lack of progress is driving him crazy. Ash, stuck in the prince's body, is parsing of this new world.
Yawn.
Lucas's decision is about to change everything. He's finally chosen an occupation, but what if it's not the right one?
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Lucas looks at the screen with a mix of relief and trepidation. He's got a new skill, but what does it mean? He's not even sure what he's qualified for.
You're qualified for.
The group arrives at Crossroad Logos Manor, their destination. The sound of footsteps echoes through the hallways, and Ash's heart skips a beat. He's never been in a place like this before. The opulence is overwhelming, the grandeur a stark contrast to the rugged landscape he navigated to get here. He follows the group, his eyes scanning the area, searching for any clues. What is this place? Who are these people? And what do they want from him? The group stops in front of a large door, adorned with intricate carvings. Ash's eyes widen as the door swings open, revealing a lavish interior.
So we've arrived, Your Highness.
But Ash is not interested in titles or courtesies.
Ash's transformation into a cold tyrant accelerates as he orders his group to rest, but Lucas's frustration simmers beneath the surface, hinting at a deeper resentment. Ash's brutal dismissal of Noah, his once loyal friend, cuts deep, leaving him with a sense of isolation and the crushing weight of his own ambition. Lucas's patience wears thin as he's forced to suppress his growing anger, but the strain is evident on his face, foreshadowing a catastrophic explosion of emotions that will shatter the fragile balance of their relationship. The unforeseen journey begins ***. Ash finds himself face to face with Retro Taku, the mysterious figure who brought him here. Retro Taku looks confused, frustrated, and slightly embarrassed. The air is thick with tension. Retro Taku. Ash is taken aback by Retro Taku's sudden outburst. He tries to understand what's happening. The director, Retro Taku's boss, suddenly appears on the scene. Retro Taku. Director? This punk. The director's expression is unreadable, but Ash senses a hint of apology in his tone.
Ash's eyes widen as he realizes the truth. He's not just a player. He's a pawn in a much larger game. Retro Taku's words cut through the air, leaving Ash reeling. His face is a mask of shock, his eyes wide with a sense of betrayal.
Retro Taku, you weren't able to reach the true ending, but you were able to accomplish something that no one else was able to accomplish.
The room seems to spin faster, the stakes growing higher by the second. Ash's face is a picture of determination, his eyes burning with a newfound sense of purpose. Retro Taku's expression remains calm, his eyes glinting with a hint of curiosity.
The Empire's most powerful commander, Prince Ash, stared down at the crimson-stained battlefield, the weight of his past mistakes crushing him. "If I'm to make it right," he growled, "I'll need more than just strategy. I'll need to know who brought me here and why." As Ash stumbles through the ravaged streets, the echoes of the battle still ringing in his ears, he stumbles upon a cryptic message scrawled on the wall in Mr. Gamergeek's signature font. Raw extract. The truth is in the code. It's a lead, and Ash is hot on the trail, racing against time to unravel the mystery behind his unexpected arrival in this world of blood and steel.
Ash is looking at something. He's processing. Retro Taku is explain, but Ash is not listening. Ash's mind is racing. He's trying to process the information. Retro Taku is getting frustrated. Ash is getting angry.
Why don't I start off?
But why is Ash looking at Retro Taku like that? The real problem is already in motion.
As Ash's determination hardens, he's on the cusp of joining the mercenary guild, his eyes locked on the path to reclaiming his title as Prince Ash, with power within his grasp. Ash's resolve is fueled by desperation, driven by the fear of losing everything he's worked for. As he risks everything to fulfill his wish, his emotions hanging precariously in the balance. Retro Taku's frustration grows as Ash's impatience boils over, but the true danger lies not in their escalating argument, but in the dark secrets Ash is now willing to confront, and the truth he may soon uncover. Ash's fingers flexed, his mind racing with the weight of his newfound responsibility. He'd been this carefree gamer just yesterday, clicking away without a thought for the lives lost beneath his digital feet. But now, with every snap of his fingers, a team of real flesh and blood warriors clung to their lives. The price of victory had never been clearer, and Ash was determined to pay it in kindness, not blood.
Ash's expression softens, a hint of understanding creeping into his eyes. Jupiter's words paint a picture of a soldier struggling to adapt to civilian life. The context shifts, and Ash's focus shifts to a new goal, understanding Jupiter's situation.
Why else would I come to the mercenary guild? You hire some useful mercenaries.
Ash's grip on his sword tightens, a spark of tension igniting within him. Jupiter's words have stirred up a complex mixture of emotions, curiosity, understanding, and a hint of unease. The atmosphere has shifted, and Ash's instincts are on high alert. Ash's past is catching up with him. He's remembering the time he was kicked out of the Empire for corruption.
Ash and Damien walk to the frontline base, where coffins are arriving from the battlefield. Ash sees the Empire's flag on each coffin, and his stomach twists. He remembers the sacrifices he's made as a prince, and now he's about to become one of them. The townsfolk are murmuring, and Ash knows the news will spread quickly.
News spreads fast. They know.
Ash feels a pang of guilt, knowing he's about to suffer the same fate as the soldiers whose coffins are being carried. He's still trying to process what's happening, but Damien just keeps walking. What's the purpose of this? And why is Ash being punished like this? And that's not even the worst part. A deal is made, but Ash soon realizes he's not just Jupiter's mercenary. He's her wild card, destined to take risks that could either save or destroy the war effort. Ash's decision to become a mercenary comes at a steep price, forcing him to confront the dark side of his new life, where loyalty and survival hang precariously in the balance. As Ash stands at the frontline base, an ominous figure lurks in the shadows, watching his every move, their intentions shrouded in mystery, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And that's not even the worst part. What comes next changes everything. But the real problem is already in motion.
When the enemy's not attacking, you can explore the dungeon offense. This is called free exploration. Oh, as I expected, it can be activated before stage. One hell of a difficult game, but it didn't lin fair. True, I had to go through a lot in the tutorial. Lucas's eyes narrow as the options. Ash watches intently, his mind racing with strategies and countermeasures. Lucas's focus falters for an instant, and Ash seizes the opening. Lakeside, FEF unopened, AR unopened. The teleportation system hums to life, and the ground shakes once more. Lucas's jaw clenches as he anticipates the outcome. Now loading, teleporting. Tip heroes can become stronger by receiving strong equipment. Equipment can be obtained from dungeons or made at the forge. Ash's eyes widen as he realizes the implications. What? Lucas's eyes lock onto the structure, his mind racing with strategies and countermeasures. Ash's eyes follow Lucas's, his heart pounding in his chest as he tries to process what's happening. Lucas's voice is a steady stream of determination, but Ash can see the doubt lurking beneath the surface. Eyes' enemy information has been updated. Ash's gut twists with trepidation as he surveys their surroundings. The once beautiful lake is now a murky, stagnant pool. Lucas's words are a stark reminder of their situation. Stage enemy information LV? Unit LV living armor assault 1052 units weight WA.
Lucas's eyes lock onto the twisted structure, his mind racing with strategies as Ash's heart pounds in his chest, the fate of their team hanging precariously in the balance. Ash's trepidation turns to desperation as he's forced to confront the reality of his own limitations, the weight of his failure threatening to crush the last shreds of his confidence. The very fabric of their world hangs precariously in the air as the structure's dark influence spreads. Lucas's resolve wavering as Ash's grip on reality begins to slip, chaos on the brink of erupting.
Yeah, OL. The main body is the specter inside. They become easier to fight in the second half once you star. If it just wasn't these guys, god damn it. Let go back, Lucas. Yes, your highness. As I, Ash, charged forward with the Imperial Guard, my mind racing with the horror of my past mistakes, I spotted a hooded figure watching from the shadows. Who was this mysterious stranger who'd brought me to this forsaken world? The figure vanished, leaving behind a cryptic message etched into the stone floor. The price of victory is paid in blood. Lucas is staring into the face of defeat. The city's defenses are breached, and the enemy is pouring in. Lucas knows he's made a terrible mistake, but he's determined to fight on. He rallies his troops and prepares for a last-ditch defense. But it's too late. The city is about to fall, and Lucas knows he's to blame.
You're done for.
Lucas is crushed. The city is lost, and he knows he's responsible. He's trying to come to terms with his failure, but it's too late. The city is gone, and Lucas is left to pick up the pieces. And that's not even the worst part. Lucas is facing the ultimate reckoning. The atmosphere in the room turns toxic as the other production staff members start shouting in agreement. Lucas's eyes dart between them, his anger boiling over. "You're all screaming your heads off? Huh? Where do you think you are?" he yells, his voice echoing off the walls.
You had your chance. Now kneel.
The room falls silent as Lucas's words hang in the air. He's not backing down, and the figure before him seems equally unyielding. "I summoned you here," Lucas growls, his voice low and menacing. "You'd better be ready to listen."
Stop. You're wrong.
The air is charged with tension as Lucas and the figure engage in a struggle of wills.
Lucas's temper reaches a boiling point as he clashes with the mysterious figure, his authoritative voice echoing through the room, daring the figure to take a step forward. Lucas's outburst reveals a deep-seated vulnerability, his anger masking a desperate need for respect and control, a cry for power in a world where he's forced to fight to be seen. The fate of his career hangs precariously in the balance as Lucas's words hang in the air, leaving the room in stunned silence, the tension between him and the figure threatening to erupt into chaos at any moment.
Are marching towards this city. Chi. Everyone has their fucked expression. "What do we do, Your Highness? I'll order what you each have to do." As I stepped out of the dark, the scorching desert sun slapped me with its fiery kiss. The once familiar landscape now lay before me as a war-torn battleground, where my teammates' screams still echoed in my mind. I'm Prince Ash, reborn with the memories of Mr. Gamer Geek's reckless clicks. The Empire's unyielding fortress towers above, a haunting reminder of my past betrayals. The soldiers will be sloppy. Discipline them. Will do as YLM, Your Highness. As you can see, it's not good. It's been neglected for so long, because there was no money.
We need more.
Dorian's trying to find a solution, but the lack of funds is a major obstacle. The grandma's obsession is causing chaos, and it's time to take drastic measures. Want this fort built to block the monsters in the first place? Decreasing the wall's functionality because of the lack of income. P64. Ash's focus returns as he surveys the battlefield. His team's morale is high, and they're ready to take on the monsters.
We can stop them easily. There's nothing to worry about.
P65. Ash's grip on the situation tightens as he prepares for battle. His team's victory is all but guaranteed.
We'll be able to raise a toast to victory.
P66. The tension rises as Ash's army charges forward. The outcome is all but certain.
Ash's calm facade crumbles as a living armor army descends upon the fortress, threatening to shatter his team's confidence and morale. Dorian's growing frustration and LM's valiant efforts to reason with him have taken a devastating toll, testing the prince's leadership and his ability to protect his people. The outcome of the battle hangs precariously in the balance, as Ash's fate is now inextricably linked to the performance of his unpredictable ally, Jupiter, who stands poised to make or break the entire stage. Ash's eyes snapped open, the Empire's throne room a blur before him. Last thing he remembers, he's playing the game on hardest mode, guiding Prince Ash through the never-ending waves of monsters. Now he's Prince Ash, thrust into this world by some mysterious puppeteer. The thought of teammates he'd callously sacrificed raged through his mind like a wildfire. Ash's memories of the defense game's digital battlegrounds still lingered, but the gruesome reality of his actions now shook him to his core. The screams of his fallen teammates still echoed in his mind as he stumbled through the carnage, his new body battered and bruised from the past night's onslaught. Prince Ash, now fully immersed in the world of Protect the Empire, stands amidst the carnage, his mind reeling from the realization that his thoughtless clicks had cost his teammates their lives. I vowed to keep them alive this time around. He growls, his determination igniting a fire within. His eyes scan the battlefield, spotting his fallen comrades, including his loyal teammate, Jupiter, who lies motionless, her once vibrant armor now dented and scarred.
Prince Ash and Jupiter return to their base, their goal to regroup and recharge for the next challenge. The obstacle is that the agents are closing in on them, and they know they can't stay in one place for too long. Ash's eyes dart to the side, checking on Jupiter's progress. She's moving quickly, her machine gun blazing as she takes out the enemies one by one. Ga flashes on the screen, a cold calculation that sends a shiver down Ash's spine. He knows what this means. The monsters are getting closer, their numbers swelling with every passing second. Controlling the pathway is the key, the one thing that'll give Ash the upper hand. Ash's eyes widen as the situation becomes clear. This is the kill zone. The monsters are closing in, their claws snapping mere feet away. Fire! Shoot! Keep shooting! He yells, his voice a battle cry.
Ash's eyes widen as monsters close in, their claws snapping mere feet away. Jupiter's machine gun blazing, but not enough to hold back the tide of enemies. Ash's desperation grows as the weight of failure hangs over him. His voice hoarse from yelling orders, Jupiter's determination the only thing holding the line against the monstrous horde. The monsters overwhelm Jupiter, her machine gun silenced as she's pinned down. Agent's cold gaze fixed on Ash, the screen flashing a dire warning that spells disaster for our heroes. Ash's voice echoed through the battlefield as he issued a new command. Activate the gravitational field artifact, Lily. The ground thrummed with energy, halting the relentless horde of Gorthok Drakes mere meters from his position. With a surge of adrenaline, Ash realized that his experience as Mr. Gamer Geek had given him a unique edge. He could outmaneuver, outstrategize, and outfight the monsters that had once been his enemies. Ash stabs his sword into the ground, eyes fixed on the approaching horde as the echoes of Prince Ash's past battles still linger in his mind. The sound of Batista units deploying behind him is the only reminder that he's not alone. The battle rages on, with Ash's team trading blows with the enemy's living armors. One by one, the enemy's units fall, but Jupiter's still standing. Ash's voice echoes through the battlefield, his team responding in kind. Ash's team is getting tired, but they're not giving up yet. They've got one last push left in them, and it's going to be a doozy. But the real problem is already in motion. The battle is reaching its climax, with Ash's team fighting for their lives against the enemy's living armors. Jupiter roars, his voice echoing through the battlefield. Ash responds, his team moving into position. And that's not even the worst part. What the hell? Arch. Ugh. Dash. Any. OL. Urge. No. To kill the human right under their noses. Ash's team fights for their lives as Jupiter unleashes a massive living armor, its deadly blades slicing through the air, mere seconds away from ending the struggle. The weight of defeat hangs heavy on Ash's shoulders as he mournfully grasps the loss of Lucas, his trusted friend and ally, cut down by the very system they sought to master. A monstrous creature descends from the skies, its maw open wide, while Jupiter's sinister laughter echoes through the battlefield, foreshadowing an unfathomable terror to come.
And that's not even the worst part. Jin's team is on the brink of collapse. Dame Jupiter is gravely injured, and Jupiter is...
Prince Ash's magic surges to the surface. His hands weave intricate patterns as he unleashes a torrent of magical energy. The enemy howls in agony as the ground crackles beneath their feet.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
But Prince Ash's joy is short-lived. His magic spirals out of control, threatening to consume him whole. The enemy seizes the opportunity, and their counterattack shatters the fragile truce. Prince Ash stumbles backwards, his vision reeling. He knows he's teetering on the brink of collapse. His team is on the verge of being overrun, and Prince Ash is the only one who can save them. And that's not even the worst part.
Prince Ash leaps into action, dashing towards the enemy lines. His sword clashes with the monster's spears, and he parries each blow with a desperate swing of his blade. The hero party is getting closer to breaking through, but the enemies are relentless.
I won't let them down. I won't lose anyone else. He grits his teeth and keeps fighting, his sweat dripping down his face as the battle rages on.
Ugh, this is getting tougher by the minute. The hero party is starting to get overwhelmed, and Prince Ash knows he can't hold out for much longer. Prince Ash spots a group of enemies clustered around a specific point on the battlefield. Prince Ash leaps into the fray, clashing swords with the sorcerer as the hero party teeters on the brink of collapse. His desperate swings the only thing standing between them and annihilation. Prince Ash's resolve is shattered as he snapped back to reality, his thoughts of a comfortable life crumbling beneath the weight of an unknown threat, his future hanging precariously in the balance. The very ground beneath Prince Ash's feet gives way as Nora's frantic cry shatters the silence, Jupiter's ominous presence hanging in the air like a specter of doom, her intentions shrouded in mystery. Focus on restoring the kill zone. All the soldiers are out. Oh sorry Jupiter. I'll hang in there. Done get intimidated just because of the monster's size. Skill eyes middies. Whoa, I not scared dash. H&H run done tell me, Indomitable Commander it provides all comrades within a 10 me. Not only does it prevent mental debuffs, but it also reinfo Lucas. Yes, your highness. I'll be in charge of calming the soldiers and restoring the key. We'll take the rescue team. Open the gates and go save Jew. What foolish command. Yes, your highness. 71im/return as soon as possible. Succeed Lucas. Snap out of it you fools. Wake up. Eck. Ja what? Ha! Ash and his teammates dash towards the cave, the Empire soldiers hot on their heels. They burst through the entrance, panting and exhausted, and Ash slams the door shut behind them. He leans against the door, his chest heaving with exertion, and says, "We made it for now."
Your Highness, you have a visitor.
Ash's eyes narrow as he hears the sound of footsteps outside the cave. He knows they can't stay hidden for long. The Empire soldiers will find them eventually. He takes a deep breath and prepares for the worst. Prince Ash's eyes snapped open, his consciousness screaming in agony as the weight of his past transgressions came crashing down on him.
But Ash's resolve hardens. He won't let them down. He remembers the words of his fellow gamers, who always pushed him to be better. He takes a deep breath, focusing on the task at hand. With newfound determination, Ash searches for an alternative solution, his eyes scanning the screen with a newfound sense of purpose. You have to catch a bigger prey. Ash's eyes widen as a new idea forms in his mind. He begins to climb up the digital landscape, his virtual self ascending to a higher level. With a newfound sense of confidence, Ash takes charge of the situation.
The Empire's soldiers are closing in, and Ash's team makes a desperate bid for survival as a behemoth monster drops from the sky, its massive jaws wide open, ready to devour everything in its path. Ash's resolve has hardened, but the weight of his teammates' lives now rests squarely on his shoulders, forcing him to confront the depths of his own desperation and determination to protect them. The air hangs heavy with tension as Ash's team prepares to face off against the Empire's soldiers, the outcome hanging precariously in the balance, leaving one question screaming in the darkness. Will they emerge victorious, or be consumed by the monsters? In the midst of chaos, Ash's battle-hardened voice cuts through the din of clashing steel and screams of the dying. I'll get you out of this alive, teammates. We'll take down the hordes together, and I'll make sure no one falls in our defense. His words are a testament to his unyielding resolve, forged in the crucible of regret and determination. The battlefield is a blur of steel and sweat, with Ash's team fighting for every inch of ground. Jin's plan is in motion, but Zhang Gongkao's team is adapting quickly. Ash's eyes lock onto the living armor, his mind racing with strategies to keep his team alive. The sound of clashing steel and screams fills the air, and the outcome hangs in the balance. But what happens next could change everything. Join the Hari squad with a sub before the system crashes. And that's not even the worst part. What comes next is going to push Ash's team to their limits.
Ash's eyes widened as he stared at his trusted ally, Lily. You can use magic? He exclaimed. I've always been a mage, you genius. Yeah, that was great. Now promote you later. The news shook the foundations of their fragile alliance. as the revelation of a class switch changed the dynamics of their desperate fight against the hellish onslaught. Ash's voice still echoed in the desolate landscape, a haunting reminder of the reckless commands that had brought his teammates to their knees. "I used up all my mana," he'd screamed, as his avatar had futilely charged forward, leaving a trail of blood and bodies in its wake.
Prince Ash's eyes snap open, revealing a gruesome truth that threatens to shatter his newfound sense of purpose. The cruel realities of his past life refuse to be buried. As Prince Ash grapples with the weight of his memories, he's forced to confront the devastating cost of his actions. Countless lives lost, teammates betrayed, and a fragile grip on redemption slowly slipping away. Zhang Gongcao's next move hangs in the balance, his determination a beacon of hope that's about to collide with Prince Ash's worst fears. Will his allies' courage be enough to save the living armor, or will it fall to the merciless blades of their enemies?
Level monsters are just tutorials, now I'm one of them. I'm actually trapped in this world, inside Prince Ash's body. The memories come flooding back, the mindless clicks, the teammates sacrificed for the sake of victory. Ash realizes the gruesome costs of his previous actions, and now he's determined to keep his whole team alive this time around. He remembers the sense of helplessness, the desperation as the game's harsh difficulty curve crushed him. Ash is furious, his trusted allies set the entire trap, every handshake a performance. And that's not even the worst part. Prince Ash gritted his teeth as the Empire's crumbling walls crumbled beneath him, the screams of his fallen teammates echoing in his mind. "You're the reason I'm here, aren't you, Mr. Gamer Geek?" Ash seethed, his eyes narrowing as he spotted a dark figure watching from the shadows, the same one who'd brought him to this forsaken world. If you want more daily recaps, hit that subscribe button now. Ash's frustration boils over. He's desperate. They need to retake the fort, but they're running low on ammo. Ash spots a level monster closing in and orders his teammates to focus on taking it down. The player's fingers fly across the keyboard as he barks orders.
No. What are you doing?
Ash's voice is a low growl. He has no idea what's waiting. The player's fingers pause mid-air as the level monster unleashes a devastating attack. Ash's teammates scream in terror as the sword comes crashing down. The player's eyes widen in horror as they realize their mistake. Ash's face twists in a snarl. This is it. They're all going to die. Ash's teammates stare at him in horror as he frantically clicks buttons, desperate to survive the monster's onslaught. But it's unclear if his skills will be enough to turn the tide of battle. Ash's sense of self-worth hangs in the balance as he struggles to live up to his teammates' expectations. But will his failure to protect them shatter his confidence forever? The Spectre Knight's relentless charge looms over Ash's team, its massive sword poised to deliver the killing blow, leaving only a single question. Will Ash's desperate skills be enough to save his teammates from certain doom? The city's central square erupts in cheers. People cheer for a winner, but their joy is short-lived. A festival that was supposed to celebrate victory now turns to horror.
Newbie 1.
But who is this newbie, and why does their face resemble a mask of terror?
Drink to your heart's content. I'll pay for everything tonight. Hooray!
The atmosphere is tense, with laughter and fear intertwined. People are distracted by their own excitement. They don't notice the dark undertones of the celebration.
I'll pay.
Ash's voice cuts through the chaotic celebration, his stern tone a stark contrast to the festivities. This is a victory festival. If His Highness is happy, the soldiers' morale will not go up. Smiling is also the job of the commander. The room falls silent as the soldiers exchange uneasy glances. Ash's eyes narrow, his jaw clenched in frustration. You rotten wretch, Dash. Bring meat for His Highness. Meat, but Ash's stern expression softens, and he nods curtly. The soldiers scramble to comply, their faces a mixture of fear and relief. Bring all the alcohol too. Kai's passive skill is on fire, and so is his confidence. And that's not even the worst part. The real question is, what triggered the sudden surge in power? We're sorry, Your Highness. We're 5-0 bad at bringing the moo again. What kind of reputation is that? We deserve to die. Kill us. Stop overreacting, you brutes. Q-huh? What to do with? Soldiers tremble as Prince Ash's rage intensifies, his demand for meat and liquor sparking a chaotic frenzy that threatens to consume them all, their lives hanging precariously in the balance. Newbie's teammates hang on his every word, desperate for a glimmer of hope as their teammates' struggling strategy hangs in the balance, his promise to keep them alive on the line. Kai's explosive growth sparks questions about his mysterious past, but the truth remains shrouded in secrecy, leaving Newbie and his friends to wonder what secrets their teammates hiding, what demons he's fighting.
HT know what the freaking, out of all the SSR ranked rare weapons. Jung Lucky Strike's SR LV class fighting gloves attack 0777D. It's totally useless in practicality. Grumble, I can just throw these away. I can give these, I might get a jackpot when I need it. Fun. I'll let be optimistic. Freaking. There are so many hack level items that would maca. How can I be optimistic? Even though I got a rare G the next day, late afternoon. Are you okay? Ash takes a deep breath, his mind racing with the weight of responsibility. He can't afford to make the same mistakes as before. The cost is too high, and that's not even the worst part. You'll see soon. %I5 this teleportation magic? It should have disappeared few hundred years ago. How? The screen blurs, and a new world opens up. Ash's eyes widen as he takes in the eerie landscape of the Lake Kingdom. His heart beats faster, anticipation building with every step forward. This is the entrance to the dungeon. His breath quickens. The darkness looms, and he knows he's in for a fight. The real problem is already in motion. Shadows creep in, like dark tendrils snaking through the trees. Ash's instincts scream at him to retreat, but he presses on, driven by a burning need to explore. It feels like the darkness is getting closer. His voice is steady, but his eyes dart around the forest, searching for a sign of danger.
Ash's world is turned upside down as he discovers the eerie Lake Kingdom, where the darkness comes alive and the monsters he's been fighting are not the true enemy within. The burden of truth weighs heavily on Ash's shoulders, and he's forced to confront the harsh reality that he may not be the hero he thought he was. His identity and morality shaken to the core. As the darkness closes in around him, Ash's grip on the control tightens, but the unknown presence lurking in the shadows remains a threat, its intentions a mystery that hangs precariously by a thread, threatening to tear everything apart.
Ash stumbles into the unknown, his senses overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the underwater city. He's never seen anything like it before. The ancient magic surrounding the city is a reminder that he's not in a game anymore. His goal is to grasp the reality of his situation and find a way out. But the unfamiliar surroundings are a physical and emotional obstacle. He looks around, trying to process everything at once. His hands won't stop moving, checking the exit, the environment, and his new body. He realizes that every moment counts. His teammates' lives depend on his actions now. The stakes are higher than ever before.
Follow me. This is the way into the city. What should I call? I forgot my name. It's been tens of minutes since we started walking around the week and follow that unidentifiable stranger. It'll be trap. Boo boo here. We're on the move, but not in any way Ash would have expected. He's Prince Ash, remember? Just sucked into a game world by some mysterious figure. Now he's in a sewer system trying to navigate through the tight tunnels with his team. They've been walking for what feels like an eternity. Ash is getting anxious. His team's safety is on his mind. He checks their status, making sure they're all in good shape. Ash's team is equipped at the checkpoint, ready to face the first area, the dry sewer. They're at a party level that allows them to clear it without much difficulty, but Ash's gut tells him otherwise. He thinks about the basic structure of the dungeon, the rooms and passages, and the event of the first room.
We'll see each other again. Let's ask then. We will meet again in this place beneath the lake.
Ash wants to know how long the dry sewer area stretches. The guide NPC explains that the dungeon's basic structure is built with rooms and passages, where you can find items, fight enemies, or talk to NPCs. Ash's gut feeling is confirmed as the true count of monsters far exceeds the official numbers, casting a dark and ominous shadow over the team's unwavering resolve. Ash's growing unease is a stark contrast to the initial relief as he becomes increasingly aware of the discrepancies, hinting at a sinister force at play that threatens to upend their carefully crafted strategy. The weight of the unknown hangs precariously in the balance as Ash's senses remain on high alert, poised to unleash a new level of ferocity as the team cautiously edges into the next room, with no clear indication of what horrors await. Connor's fingers fly across the keyboard, and the screen erupts in flames. The rules are rewritten in blood, and that's not even the worst part. Yuwa, jackpot hal jackpot. Thun lucky strike. Rare to get above.
Urgent. What? Suddenly, the stench of blood hits them. The smell of blood.
Ash, still in a daze, says, "A characteristic of an early-stage monster is that it has barely any resistance to magic." His words are laced with a hint of frustration. He's thinking about the previous fight.
We're going home now, right, Your Highness?
Ash looks around, still trying to process what's happening. He's not sure if he's dreaming or awake. His eyes flicker between the monster and his teammates.
Yeah, almost. Are you scared?
Ash's eyes scan the dark alleyway, his senses on high alert. He's thinking about the hidden area they're about to enter. He wants to make sure his teammates are prepared. The obstacle is the unknown dangers within. He takes a deep breath and gives a silent order. His hands move swiftly, and he says, "Everyone, stay sharp."
Hidden area in.
Ash's eyes snap open, memories flooding back like a maelstrom as he's bombarded by the anguished screams of his former teammates, their bodies torn apart by relentless hordes of monsters. Ash's resolve is shattered, his grip on reality slipping as he's forced to confront the true cost of his actions in this twisted world. His sense of self crumbling with every passing moment. Echo's expression twists in horror as Connor's words hang in the air, leaving the group reeling in stunned silence as the weight of their past mistakes threatens to consume them whole.
That darkness was definitely abnormal. 外公从公号从公章 It wa'n't revealed why or how the Lake Kingdom became like th. I have a feeling I had to go into the center of that city and so, let figure things out one by one together. Me too. Let go together. Dame Jupiter. I don't think I'll be. Sounds good, young lady. They'll take you to a good place. Offs. I think I'll feel better if I pray.
I arrive at the southern region, and I can see that something is off. The air feels thick with tension, and I can sense that something is wrong. I take a deep breath and decide to investigate further. I need to find out what's happening.
Be careful, Prince Ash. This feels like a trap.
I know that, but I have to act fast. I'm already moving forward, my senses on high alert. I need to find out what's happening and put a stop to it. I see Damien and Dame Jupiter waiting for me in the distance. They look concerned, and I can tell they found something. You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm Prince Ash, the ruler of this place. You'll do what I say. The owner of the house swallows hard, trying to find the courage to speak. And that's not even the worst part. The answer is already too late.
Ash's anger boils over as he's met with a shocking revelation that shatters his understanding of the game, leaving him reeling in a world where nothing is as it seems. Prince Ash's determination is tested as his grip on reality begins to slip, his mind torn between the gamer he once was and the ruthless leader he's become, driven by a desire to protect his teammates at all costs. With his world turned upside down, Prince Ash is left staring into the abyss, his teammates' lives hanging precariously in the balance, as the price of his newfound power begins to take its toll, threatening to consume him whole.
Brian, you trusted that man for 3 years. Every handshake was a performance. He's got expensive drinks, a charming smile, and a house that's a pigsty. He's the kind of guy who would rather invite a prince to his home than clean it up. Your Highness just walked into a trap, and he has no idea what's waiting for him. He's got a bottle of expensive liquor, and it's clear he's an alcoholic. He's got a habit he can't break, and it's gonna get him killed. Arya, stop. You're wrong. Brian. The expensive drink is a trap, and the prince is walking right into it. What happens next changes everything. And that's not even the worst part. What's really going on in this orchard? Do you know what happens? The whole area becomes contaminated.
The stage is set, and we head back to the crossroads. But I know what's waiting for us. A sea of bodies, and a battle that's far from over.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. We're in for a long night, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to face what's coming.
But the real problem is already in motion. What happens when we finally reach the end of this road? The chaos erupts as Prince Ash's past comes flooding back, haunted by the weight of his friend's memories, and the land's curse that threatens to consume everyone before him. Ash's bond with his friends now hangs in the balance, as the true cost of his actions in the battlefront weighs heavy on his mind. A crushing reminder of his responsibility to protect them. The battle far from over, the stage is set for a long night of gruesome combat, with every click and command sent out now taking on a deadly new meaning as the stats max and the bodies pile up relentlessly, with Anna's ominous voice ominously whispering, "New skill unlocked."
Iran, the epitomy's most trusted worker, feels the urgency as he surveys the destruction. He knows every minute counts. Iran's hands won't stop moving as he checks the exit twice, ensuring the safety of the workers. He's already thinking about the materials and workers needed for the repair.
Time's running out. Hours, minutes, and counting.
And that's not even the worst part. Iran's got to convince Prince Ash to take control of the situation and make the right decisions. Prince Ash, now in Iran's body, is briefed on the situation. Iran's worried that the repair won't be possible in time, and the Empire's crossroad wall will be breached. Prince Ash looks at Iran, his eyes determined. He knows he's been given a second chance, a chance to redeem himself, to make things right. He takes a deep breath, and his voice rises in determination. I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes to make it right.
Think hard. Is there really L3 noon?
Prince Ash's eyes drop, and he knows he's to blame. He knows he's been living in denial, refusing to face the truth about his past. His voice cracks, and he speaks the words that reveal his true feelings. I only lived as a lonely loner before I started streaming. But even then, I never truly had anyone I could call my own. Ash's eyes snapped open, memories of his past life flooding back in a rush of regret and shame. He recalled the countless screams of his teammates as they fell to the monsters, their digital bodies torn apart by his mindless commands. The eerie howl of the wind outside echoed through the castle walls, a stark reminder that the same horrors he had unleashed in the game now threatened the very lives of those he had sworn to protect. Ash's eyes snapped open, memories of a lifetime flooding back. He recalled the countless gamers he had betrayed, the teammates he had sacrificed, and the victories that had come at a devastating cost.
Ash's eyes locked onto the soldier, a sense of determination burning within him. He knew what he had to do, protect his daughter, no matter the cost.
I want to die in this orchard, not at the top of the fort wall. The soldier nodded, a hint of a smile on his face. You've made your choice, young lord. Now, let's see if you can keep it.
Ash's eyes snap open, memories flooding back, and he's met with the harsh reality of a city in ruins, the screams of the fallen echoing in his mind. A gruesome price paid for his click-happy gameplay. Ash's heart shatters as he recalls the countless lives lost, the teammates he betrayed, and the devastating cost of his victories, his mind reeling from the brutal truth. Every careless click sent innocent lives to the slaughter. Ash's determination is put to the test as he locks eyes with a soldier, his daughter's fate hanging in the balance. Will he protect her at all costs, or will the Empire's darkness consume them both, leaving nothing but despair?
Our prince's lavish lifestyle has just been cut off. The kingdom is on the brink of collapse. The prince, known for his extravagance, now faces a harsh reality. He must lead his people to victory. His hands won't stop moving as he checks the exit twice, a telltale sign of his growing anxiety. He's furious his trusted advisor set the entire trap, and every handshake was a performance. The prince turns to Soph, his most trusted advisor. Soph's voice is calm, but his eyes betray a hint of concern. Soph says, "Stop, you're wrong." The prince's eyes narrow, but he says nothing. The tension is palpable as he orders Soph to leave.
The blacksmith has finished the armor, and Ash is over the moon. The armor is a game changer, and Ash can already see the benefits it'll bring. Ash's goal is to get to the west field of the fort city, but his obstacle is the danger that lies ahead. Ash decides to lead the charge, using his wits and strategic thinking to navigate the battlefield. This could be a turning point in their survival, or it could be their downfall. The west field of the fort city is a hotbed of activity, and Ash's team is about to face their biggest challenge yet. Soph thinks Ash will head to his orchard. He wants to believe that Ash will be okay, but his obstacle is the uncertainty of the future. Soph remembers Ash's past, his determination to protect the front. He recalls Ash's words, his promise to help the city. Soph wants to trust Ash, to believe in him, but his obstacle is the weight of his memories. He thinks about the things Ash has lost, the friends he's outlived. Soph's heart aches, his eyes clouding over with tears. What comes next changes everything. Ash can't bring himself to respond. He watches as Soph walks away, his heart heavy with regret. Ash's world comes crashing down as he's faced with the harsh reality of his inability to openly communicate with Soph, leaving him isolated and heartbroken in the midst of chaos. Soph's words have awakened a deep sense of vulnerability within Ash, who's now forced to confront the fear of rejection and abandonment, threatening to destroy the fragile bond they forged. The makeshift wall repair deadline looms ominously over Ash and Soph, with Ash's anxiety spiking as he realizes they're woefully unprepared to face the monsters waiting beyond the wall's fragile perimeter.
Lucas, the person in question, stands at the edge of the Empire's defenses, his eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of the approaching horde. He's been playing this game for years, but nothing could have prepared him for this level of catastrophe. The stakes are higher than ever, and the Empire's survival hangs precariously in the balance. Lucas's breath comes in short bursts as he assesses the situation. What comes next changes everything. Ash's eyes snapped open to an unfamiliar ceiling, memories of his gaming days flooding back, Prince Ash's lavish quarters, the Empire's grandeur, and the cheers of his teammates.
Ash's eyes snapped open to the sound of screams and the stench of death. Monsters lay at his feet, their bodies ravaged by a fierce onslaught. Kill them all. They have large numbers, but they're a piece of cake, you rat wretch. His teammates' voices echoed in his mind, a chilling reminder of the horrors he'd committed in the name of victory. Lucas's eyes light up as he spots a glimmer of hope. The automatic defense tower is still operational, and it's the only thing that can save his team now. The automatic defense tower. Lucas's fingers move with a newfound sense of purpose as he activates the defense tower.
The weight of responsibility settles on his shoulders. He needs to find a solution, and fast. And that's not even the worst part. Lucas's expression turns grim as he assesses the situation. The battlefront is moving forward quicker than expected, and his team is struggling to keep up. The sword fragments are doing their part, but it's only a matter of time until they reach the fort wall. So many. There are too many. He knows he can't keep relying on the auto turret alone. He needs a new strategy, and he needs it now.
The battlefront is moving forward at an alarming rate, with Lucas's team desperately holding back a massive horde of creatures. The auto turret struggling to keep up with the pace. Lucas's eyes are set with a mix of determination and desperation as his team's chances of survival dwindle, the weight of responsibility crushing him under its unyielding grip. The outcome of this battle hangs precariously in the balance, with Lucas racing against time to come up with a new strategy, the lives of his teammates hanging perilously in the air. Ranoff's voice comes through the comms device, their tone casual, admiring. "We were able to attack the sewer rats effectively." I can see Lucas's face behind him, his eyes scanning the surroundings, already planning their next move. Damien's focus is on his rifle, taking aim at a cluster of rats. "If you're curious as to what our party members are doing," Ranoff says, "let's take a look."
We need to keep moving.
Lucas's eyes light up as he catches on to Ranoff's vague directions. "Even if my lack of knowledge of this world's battle techniques results in vague dog garbage directions," he says with a grin, Lucas catches on miraculously and orders precise commands. Ash's eyes widened as he took in the carnage around him, charred corpses, shattered steel, and the stench of death hung heavy in the air. He'd sacrificed his teammates time and time again without a second thought, the cruel price of victory now etched in his mind like a fresh scar. "Who are you?" he demanded, his voice low and even. "And why have you doomed me to this fate?" The music builds to a crescendo, and the team's eyes widen in alarm. The sewer rats, once entranced, now begin to move again. But this time, they're not attacking. They're being drawn to a single point, as if by an unseen force. The music builds to a crescendo, and the team's eyes widen in alarm. The sewer rats, once entranced, now begin to move again. But this time, they're not attacking. They're being drawn to a single point, as if by an unseen force. Connor's eyes dart between the rats and the center of the wall, his face set with determination. There they all are. Where are they going? I don't know, but I think we should find out. Ash looks at Pon, a hint of curiosity on his face. The rats are moving towards the wall, and they're not alone. There's something else out there, something that's drawing them in. The key action or twist of this chapter is, the gravity artifacts are activated, sending the sewer rats into a frenzy as they desperately try to break through a crack in the fort wall, threatening the team's survival. The emotional stakes are, Ash's resolve is tested as he's forced to make a ruthless decision, weighing the cost of his actions against the safety of his teammates and the integrity of their mission. The cliffhanger is, the fate of Damien hangs precariously in the balance as he's trapped outside the fort, vulnerable to the relentless onslaught of the enraged sewer rats, leaving Ash with an agonizing choice to make. A soldier is ordered to kill an enemy, but his conscience is screaming the price of mercy. A crippling blow to his battle capability, a percent drop in the heat of the moment. His hands won't stop moving, he checks the exit twice, and his eyes dart towards the enemy, his heart racing with the weight of the decision. The command is clear, shoot the Pied Piper, but the soldier's hesitation is visible, his finger hovering over the trigger. He thinks about the enemy's future, about the battles to come, and the lives on the line. What if he doesn't pull the trigger?
Stop. You're wrong.
Damien's eyes scan the battlefield, his mind racing with strategies. He spots the Pied Piper's minions trying to break through the fort wall. His teammates are getting ready to defend. Damien's fingers fly across the keyboard, issuing commands. He realizes the Pied Piper's trying to break through the wall, and his teammates are the only ones standing in his way. Damien's teammates are fighting hard, but the Pied Piper's minions are relentless. Damien's eyes lock onto the enemy commander, his finger hovering over the attack button. He knows he can't hold back anymore. His finger presses down, and the battle rages on. What comes next changes everything. His teammates are already low on health, but Damien knows they can't afford to run out of ammunition. He's been sacrificing their lives for the sake of victory,
and now they're on the verge of collapse. Damien's finger flies across the keyboard, issuing commands to his teammates as they scramble to respond to the Pied Piper's assault. The enemy commander is getting closer, its massive body a crushing force that threatens to shatter the fort walls. And that's not even the worst part. What comes next changes everything. The Pied Piper's minions are swarming the fort, their numbers seemingly endless. Damien's team is on the defensive, but they can't hold out for much longer. And that's not even the worst part. Damien's finger flies across the keyboard, issuing commands to his teammates as they scramble to respond to the Pied Piper's assault. The enemy commander is getting closer, its massive body a crushing force that threatens to shatter the fort walls. He knows he has to act fast or risk losing everything. His jaw locks, and he steps forward, ready to face whatever comes next. His teammates are counting on him, but he can't shake the feeling of unease. He trusted that Mr. Gamer Geek, the guy who brought him to this world, but what if he was wrong? What if he's not here to help, but to use him for his own gain?
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
And that's not even the worst part. As the Pied Piper's minions swarm the fort, Damien's finger flies across the keyboard, unleashing a hail of commands that will either save or doom his team in this desperate bid for survival. Damien's world is shattered as he grapples with the crushing weight of responsibility, his teammates' lives hanging precariously in the balance as he struggles to make the right call under pressure. The enemy commander looms closer, its massive body a crushing force that will shatter the fort's defenses if Damien fails to adapt, leaving his team on the brink of a catastrophic defeat. Because he was a commander who fought with monsters that there was something different in this monster invasion. Not only was the number of monsters massive, but the Komina he now understood. She should help? No. CF, I can just die in my orchard. No, I don't fight anymore. As the situation becomes more dire, Ash realizes that time is running out. He asks Lily about the available artifacts, and the only one they have is haste, which has minutes left to recharge. Brian knows he has to act fast and orders the combat soldiers to get the flamethrower artifact as soon as it's recharged. And that's not even the worst part. What happens next will determine the fate of the city. Join the Hari squad with a sub before the system crashes. We're right in the heat of battle here. Ash, now in Prince Ash's body, is calling the shots. He's got his whole team on the line, and every life is precious. Ash spots Lily being dragged away by one of the monsters. He's got to act fast. He orders the soldiers to create a diversion and get to her. But what's blocking them is the sheer strength of the monsters. They're not going to give up easily. Ash charges forward, his sword flashing in the sunlight. The battle rages on.
This is a Prince punch. Jackpot.
Ash reaches Lily just as the monster is about to deliver the killing blow. He intervenes, his sword slicing through the air. But what's blocking him is the sheer weight of the monster's attack. He stumbles back, his chest heaving. The soldiers are closing in, but the monster is too strong. The commander is standing in the orchard, his face a picture of determination. His goal is to protect his soldiers, but what's blocking him is the sheer number of monsters. He orders his soldiers to fall back, to regroup and come up with a new plan. But what's the cost? The soldiers are getting overwhelmed, the monsters are closing in. The commander's eyes are a mix of fear and frustration. He knows he's running out of time.
They've crossed the wall.
The monsters have breached the wall, and the commander's soldiers are getting caught in the crossfire. The commander knows he has to come up with a new plan, and fast. Ash orders the flamethrower artifact to be activated, engulfing the monsters in a sea of flames as the commander's desperate plan starts to pay off. But the true cost is yet to be revealed. Tears well up in Ash's eyes as he grapples with the weight of responsibility, the burden of Prince Ash's body bearing down on him, his gamer mind reeling from the horrors of war, his grip on reality tenuous at best. The commander's map slumps from his hand, his eyes fixed on the one location that holds the key to survival, the hidden orchard. But the monsters are closing in, their roars growing louder, the silence before the storm suffocating. The flower girl had just convinced the commander to let her deploy the most useless troops in the army's history, a bunch of fragile, fleeting flowers. The commander is baffled by her strategy, What use are flowers against the monster frontline? They die quickly anyway. The commander is suspicious of the flower girl. He thinks she's a foreign spy trying to sabotage their chances against the monsters. But the flower girl is dead serious, and her words cut deep. She needs the flowers precisely because they have no use. It's their fragility that makes them beautiful. The commander still doesn't get it. He's confused, and his frustration is growing. Ash steps in, trying to mediate between the woman and the Lord. He explains the plan, and the Lord starts to understand the woman's intentions. The tension between them begins to dissipate, and Ash feels a sense of hope rising. But just as things are looking up, the monsters launch a surprise attack. Ash needs to act fast to protect the Lord and the woman. He draws his sword, ready to face whatever comes next.
You should have run when you had the chance.
The silence is oppressive, a heavy blanket that suffocates the air. Ash's eyes scan the horizon, searching for any sign of movement. The stillness is unnerving, a stark contrast to the chaos that usually reigns supreme. He knows they're not alone, that there's something lurking just out of sight, waiting to pounce. Ash's grip on his bow tightens, his senses on high alert.
Stop. We need to regroup.
His voice is a mere whisper, a command carried on the wind. The soldiers pause, their eyes locking onto him as they await his next move. Ash takes a deep breath, his mind racing with the possibilities. They can't stay here, not in this vulnerable state. As Ash's eyes snap open, he's met with the harsh reality that his every command now takes a gruesome cost. The lives of his teammates, forever changing the way he views the game. Ash's mind reels from the weight of his newfound awareness, struggling to reconcile the thrill of victory with the devastating price of his teammates' lives, now etched into his memory forever. The silence that follows is shattered when a lone figure stumbles into view, a survivor from the battle. But their condition is dire. Will Ash be able to save them, or will they succumb to their wounds?
Ash's eyes snapped open, the memory of the endless stream of click-happy madness flooding back like a cold, dark tide. He was no longer just a mindless gamer, but a prince in a world of death and fire. His promise to protect his team echoed in his mind, as he gazed upon the carnage that was their last stand. Ash's eyes snapped open, met with the gruesome reality of a battle-scarred landscape. The cries of his fallen teammates still echoed in his mind, a haunting reminder of the true cost of his mindless clicks and commands. He knew he had to break free from his previous tyranny to keep his team alive at all costs. The battle rages on, and Ash's teammates are running out of options. Damien's words still linger in his mind. Tell his daughter that he's sorry. Ash knows he has to make a choice. He looks at the front count, and his eyes lock with the pouch the front count gave him. The dried fruit pouch is all he can think about. The pouch's taste is bitter. But he knows he can't give up. Not yet. And that's not even the worst part. If you want more daily recaps, hit that subscribe button now. Ash's heart skips a beat as he sees Damien, the mysterious figure, rushing towards him. Stop playing dumb and tell me, you director wretch. The tutorial stage originally like that so / brushed it of why the game this difficult. What weird thing I5 gonna tell me why you pretended? I helping you in my own way. It's the true UTH. Stop with the bullshit. Do things like this happen when you H the necklace you received as a prize for clearing stage. If you just clear one more stage you'll understand. Why these? So please my lord. No reconim.
Ash takes a deep breath, steeling himself for what's to come. He knows that he's about to face a challenge that will test his limits. The question is, will he emerge victorious, or will he fall?
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. And that's not even the worst part. Ash has yet to face the true enemy, the one who's been manipulating the game from the shadows.
Ash stands at the edge of the breached wall, a sense of unease settling within him as he surveys the battle-scarred landscape, his heart heavy with the weight of uncertain fate. The weight of Ash's newfound determination hangs precariously in the balance, as the thought of losing someone he cares about threatens to shatter the fragile threads of his resolve, leaving him on shaky ground. As Ash takes his first step into the unknown, the monster-infested horizon stretches out before him, a menacing tapestry of chaos and destruction, the outcome of the impending battle hanging precariously in the balance.
Days passed after the end of the second stage, all around the 12 days and 9 hours until the start. Including the past days, there are days until the next There's no problem with preparing the wall, so that's good. Ati Lucas, someone at the entrance. Aya. Huh? I was only trying to damage the wheel. Who are you? How dare you?
Lucas's grip on his blade loosens. He's not sure what's happening. He's not sure if he's losing control. The girl's words are echoing in his mind, and they're making him question everything. He's a hero, but is he really?
You're not a hero. You're a monster.
Lucas's eyes widen in shock. He's never heard anyone say that to him before. He's never been called a monster. The girl's words are a slap in the face, and they're making him see the truth. He's not a hero. He's a killer. Lucas's face twists in anger. He's not going to listen to her. He's not going to let her get in his head. Ash stood among the ruins, his gaze sweeping over the carnage that was once his teammates. The weight of his past mistakes settled heavy on his shoulders, a constant reminder of the true cost of his actions. Evangeline Cross, the first-place student of class, stood before him, a sly smile spreading across her face as she greeted the remnants of his team, the ones he'd nearly sacrificed again and again. Ash's eyes widened as he gazed at his new teammates, their lives now hanging precariously in the balance. "Why did we have to be SSR ranks?" he growled, referring to their exceptionally high skill rankings. The city gates lay in ruins, the streets littered with the bodies of the fallen. Ash's eyes scanned the horizon, searching for any sign of the enemy. Lucas stood beside him, his expression unreadable. The stakes were clear. The city was on the brink of collapse.
Then there's no choice but for a third party to come in and interrupt their flow.
Lucas's words cut through the silence, jolting Ash back to reality. He was the prince, and it was his duty to protect his people. The obstacle was clear. The enemy was closing in, and Ash's team was running out of options. With a fierce cry, Ash charged forward, his sword flashing in the sunlight. Ash's eyes snap open, the stench of charred flesh clinging to his nostrils as he's met with the eerie silence of the abandoned castle, the screams and screeching metal still echoing in his mind. Lucas's warning lingers heavy in the air as Ash's grip on his blade tightens, his determination ignited. The loss of innocent lives weighs heavily on his heart, fueling his unyielding resolve. The city hangs in the balance. Lucas's formerly trained soldiers gaze locked on the horizon as Ash's eyes scan the chaotic scene, the sound of clashing steel echoing through the air, their conversation cut brutally short by the chaos unfolding before them.
You're about to rest on your laurels, Mr. Gamer Geek, but little do you know, your actions have real-world consequences. A mysterious figure has other plans for you. You're sucked into the world of the game, and your mind is now in Prince Ash's body. He's furious. His teammates' lives were sacrificed for his mindless clicks, and he promises to keep them alive this time. But who brought him here and why?
Stop. You're wrong.
Ash takes in his surroundings, trying to wrap his head around this new reality. He's in a room that looks eerily similar to a bedroom. But what's that smell?
Ash's mind reels as he confronts his mysterious benefactor, a frail-looking old man who packs a punch that sends Ash crashing to the ground. "You!" Ash growls, eyes blazing with anger. "Not an old man?" The old man cackles, revealing a sly grin beneath his wispy beard. "I am Ashbone Hater Everblack, the third prince of the Empire, and the current Lord of Crossroads. I, Ashbone Hater Everblack, stand amidst the chaos of the manor, my mind reeling with the news of my father's passing. The city is in mourning, and I'm the one who must take the reins." Evangeline approaches me, her eyes shining with tears.
Ash looks around, his gaze falling on the solemn faces of the people gathered around him. They're all mourning his father's death, and he feels a pang of guilt for not being there to protect him. His hands tremble as he tries to find the words to comfort them.
He always said he was going to die fighting monsters. And he really did.
Ash's eyes well up with tears as he remembers his father's words. He recalls the times they spent together, the laughter, and the quiet moments of understanding. His heart aches with the knowledge that he'll never see his father again.
You did, Stephen, receive all my wrath.
He lunges forward, his hands grasping for the figure, fueled by a mix of guilt, anger, and a desperate need for justice, propelling him into a confrontation that will change everything. Ash's eyes burn with a deep sense of regret as he grapples with the harsh reality of his actions, his relationships, and his very identity crumbling beneath the weight of his own recklessness and guilt. The truth threatens to tear him apart, forcing Ash to confront the dark consequences of his actions and the true extent of his power, leaving him poised on the brink of a precipice from which there's no return and no escape. Evangeline is only, but in this world, she's already a seasoned warrior, equipped with unparalleled defense skills. Her stats are a testament to her prowess. Strength, intelligence, agility, and magic resistance. As expected of the game's best tanker, she's the perfect addition to any party. But something's off. A mysterious attribute has appeared on her equipment. Unstoppable, and Little Miss Clumsy unable to disable. It's a peculiar combination, especially for someone as skilled as Evangeline.
Stop. That's not how this works.
What's going on here? Why has Evangeline been equipped with this attribute? Hung, the narrator, seems uncertain about how to proceed. Ash's resolve is firm. He's not going to sacrifice his morals, no matter what. He's going to use his knowledge and skills to protect his team and Evangeline. And as he speaks, his words are a promise. He's going to be a better person, to live up to his own values.
I don't care. I'm not trying to be a saint, but I also don't want to be a monster. Ash's voice is firm, his words a declaration. He's going to walk the fine line between good and evil, to find his own path. But what blocks him is his own fear. What if he fails? What if he can't be a hero? His eyes flash with determination.
Damien's arrival throws Ash off guard, and he finds himself at a loss for words. Damien's bold claim that he's the top graduate of the Royal Academy blocks Ash's doubts. He decides to give Damien a chance, but his own self-doubt lingers, fueled by his concern for Evangeline's safety. What happens is a tense standoff between the two warriors, each one determined to prove their worth. The cost is Ash's growing unease and the uncertainty of their party's future.
I'm the best warrior in the academy.
But the question remains, can Damien's skills overcome his troubled past? Ash's expression softens as he considers Damien's word.
Ash's determination to move forward is clear, but his heart is heavy with doubt. His party is moving out, but he's not sure if he's ready to leave Damien behind. What happens is Ash's party composition has changed, and with it, their chances of success. The cost is their party's unity and Ash's growing isolation.
Go to the golem factory, let's get started.
Ash's normal life is over. He's been thrust into his past as Prince Ash, and nothing makes sense. Every decision he made in the game had real-world consequences, and his teammates' lives were on the line. He's determined to keep them safe this time. His surroundings, taking in the unfamiliar landscape.
Ash's eyes widen as he takes in the shocking revelation that Miss Evangeline's equipped characteristics are unlike anything he's seen before, unstoppable and limitless written across her stats, shattering his perceptions of reality. Ash's heart aches with the weight of Damien's words, the seeds of doubt sown deep within him as he grapples with the fragility of trust, his relationships with his teammates hanging precariously in the balance. As Ash's party moves forward, the silence between him and Damien hangs heavy, the air thick with tension, the risk of betrayal and mistrust looming ominously over their fragile alliance.
Ash's eyes snapped open. The dim light of the dried sewer pierces through the darkness, its stench and assault on his senses. He's no longer Mr. Gamer Geek, but Prince Ash, thrust into this unforgiving world. The reality of his former actions slams into him. Teammates slaughtered, innocent lives lost. His resolve is forged in the depths of guilt and a newfound determination to keep his comrades alive. The once noble Prince Ash's eyes widened in horror as he stood amidst the ruins of what was once his own castle. "Haven't we already explored this place?" he growled, his voice laced with a mix of annoyance and desperation. "Why irate?"
Defeat all enemies. Dried Sewer RO0M, 1 LV Stone Golem, 4 Bodiet, a Golem. Sincere is itching to get to the second area. He's ready to take on whatever challenges come his way. He's talking about farming for cores, but deep down he knows he's just stalling. He's not ready to face the real enemy yet. Evangeline tries to warn him, but Sincere is too focused on his goal.
Time to farm for cores.
Sincere's face sets in a determined expression as he explains the plan to Evangeline. He's trying to reassure her, but he can see the fear in her eyes.
Even though we're the main party, we came back to the easiest area, so Evangeline could get used to the dungeon. Sincere's grip on the sword tightens, and he takes a deep breath, trying to calm himself down. He knows they've got a long way to go, but he's confident in their abilities. As they move forward, Sincere keeps a close eye on Evangeline, making sure she's ready for the challenges ahead.
Sincere's eyes lock onto Evangeline as she takes her first steps into the world. Sincere's eyes widen in shock as Evangeline hands him a mysterious mana gun. Its true power and potential for destruction hanging precariously in the balance of the game. Sincere's growing sense of desperation is palpable as he grapples with the harsh reality of his situation, forced to confront the crushing weight of his own mortality in this unforgiving virtual world. Evangeline's arrival sparks a fire of determination within Sincere, but her hesitation and fear cast a dark shadow over their fledgling alliance, threatening to derail their entire strategy at the worst possible moment. Evangeline takes charge, defying Lucas in a desperate bid for survival. Her eyes locked on the golem, her voice a battle cry. Lucas is caught off guard, his hands already raised to defend himself. "Evangeline, stop!" he shouts, but it's too late. Noah charges forward, his sword flashing in the dim light. Evangeline seizes the moment, her plan unfolding like a well-rehearsed dance. "Jupiter, Damien, attack the golem now," she yells. "Evangeline, you're a..." Lucas leaps forward, his sword flashing in the dim light. "Be careful, Lucas. There's one more," someone cries out. "Two," another voice adds. Lucas spins around, his eyes scanning the battlefield. Lucas leaps forward, his sword flashing in the dim light. "Be careful, Lucas. There's one more," someone cries out. "Two," another voice adds. Lucas spins around, his eyes scanning the battlefield. "Noah, it's stronger than before?" he shouts, his voice laced with alarm. Noah's massive body is already engaged with the golem, their swords clashing in a flurry of steel and sparks.
Stop. You're wrong.
The battle is on, and Lucas's team is already on the ropes. Who will make it out alive? The golem is a behemoth, its central core glowing with an otherworldly energy. Lucas knows they can't take it head-on, they need a new plan and fast. Ash's group cautiously approaches the new light, their eyes scanning the area for any signs of traps. Noah takes point, his senses on high alert. Noah's eyes narrow as he takes in the scene, his voice low and even. "These aren't just ordinary creatures," Noah says. "They're not even from this world." "What are they, then?" The group exchanges uneasy glances, their faces set in determined expressions. Ash's eyes widen as he takes in the sight before him. His team stands frozen, their faces white with fear. "These are Fragment's elite team engine golems," Ash exclaims, his voice trembling. "Did that person defeat all these elite golems on their own?" Ash moves swiftly, his heart pounding in his chest. His team is closing in on him, their movements a testament to their training. Lucas is at his side, his eyes fixed on the far wall. Noah moves with a quiet confidence, his sword drawn and ready. Evangeline watches Ash with a concerned expression, her eyes fixed on his face. Jupiter and Damien move in tandem, their movements a testament to their years of training.
Ash's eyes land on a figure standing in the shadows, a sly smile spreading across their face. It seems like you're exploring this place pretty seriously, the figure says, their voice dripping with sarcasm. Back off, Ash. This isn't your fight.
As the mysterious figure steps forward, its eyes glinting with malice, the team's fragile unity shatters, leaving Ash to face the darkness alone, his heart heavy with treacherous secrets. Ash's grip on his reality begins to slip as the fragments of his memories and the truth about his world start to unravel, plunging him into a maelstrom of chaos and self-doubt. The ground continues to shake, the sound of crumbling walls and screams echoing through the chamber, as Ash's team is torn apart by the very monsters they once thought they could control, leaving their fate a dire mystery.
Belle. Hey, I was taking a break. Living down here in the Lake Kingd anyway. If you came this far, I should acknowledge you, Gai Hal Ying. Why don't you buy something while you're here? Quality goods at UREA NPC? I'm not sure what that is, but I am a merchant. Behavia buy one get one event right now. Not to mention a 3-0, so agent you going. This kind of generous service doesn't come often, you know. So what do you sell? Iran doff the over. These are the thin give gathered while wandering around that they really are good items. Ash is now looking at some equipment, specifically a lance and shield. What happens, he's considering buying them, but the merchant is being too hasty. What is the cost? Ash is getting frustrated with the merchant's lack of attention to detail. He has no idea what's waiting for him in the next battle. The merchant is now showing Ash some options, including a Devil of the Spears set. What happens, Ash is impressed by the design and functionality of the equipment. What is the cost? Ash is torn between getting the equipment and being careful with his money. The answer is already too late. The merchant is explaining to Ash that there's a safe zone he can go to if he needs to get away from the monsters. Ash is listening intently, his eyes scanning the area for any signs of danger. He's not sure if he trusts the merchant or not, but he's willing to take a chance. He's asking himself if he should follow the merchant's advice.
It's called the base camp.
Ash's eyes light up at the mention of the base camp. He's heard of it before, but he's not sure what to expect. He's wondering if he'll be able to find any allies there or if he'll be on his own. Oh no, I fell alien. Fano/Soywelly's time to start cleaning again. Ash is in a hurry, his eyes scanning the crowd. He's looking for someone, a merchant with a rare item that might just save his life. His grip on his sword is tense, a clear sign he's not in the mood for small talk. He's got a mission and he can't afford to waste time. The merchant spots him and grins, sensing an opportunity. Ash's eyes narrow, anticipating a sales pitch. The merchant launches into an enthusiastic speech trying to make a sale.
Buy one get one event right now. Not to mention 8% discount on your first purchase.
Ash's eyes lock onto the storage unit's door, creaking open to reveal a menacing figure shrouded in shadows, its presence threatening to shatter the fragile peace of the city. Ash's desperation for the rare item intensifies, fueled by the dire circumstances that have left him questioning his own strength. His grip on his sword, a tangible representation of his dwindling hope. The merchant's cryptic words echo in Ash's mind. The blacksmith has gone missing, and with him, the only key to repairing the royal prince's gift that could change the course of the game. The game was already in shambles. The once impenetrable empire lay battered, its defenses in ruins as the eerie whisper echoed through the desolate landscape. Iran's soft the defense game over, it's dangerous.
Ash's voice boomed across the battlefield, a stark contrast to the timid commands he once issued. Cast lightning bolt. Now, he bellowed, his eyes locked onto the behemoth charging towards them. Ira, the princess mage, nodded swiftly and unleashed a blast of electricity that shaved off the beast's scales. Command executed, Your Highness, she replied, her tone laced with a hint of respect.
Prince Ash's eyes widened as he frantically shouted orders to his team. One fateful night, streamer extraordinaire Mr. Gamer Geek conquered the Empire's defenses on its hardest mode, shattering its unbeatable reputation. But his newfound fame was short-lived, as he was suddenly transported into the world of the game, thrust into Prince Ash's body. Ash's eyes snapped open, memories flooding back, the countless lives lost, the teammates he'd callously sacrificed for victory. The dark castle walls crumbled beneath the merciless assault, ash particles swirling in the air as screams of the fallen echoed through the catacombs. Ash, now in Prince Ash's body, stood at the forefront of the battle, his eyes fixed on the twisted monstrosity before him.
Prince Ash takes a deep breath and decides to take the risk. He clicks the clear button, and the enemy monster lets out a deafening roar. Immensely, the ground shudders beneath their feet as the monster takes a step closer. Ash's teammates scream in terror. "Quit blabbering, you monster!" The monster takes another step closer, its hot breath washing over them. Ash's teammates are paralyzed with fear. The monster's claws are mere inches away from them. Ash realizes too late that he might have made a terrible mistake. Prince Ash frantically searches for a way to turn the tables. He clicks the clear button again, and a hidden alley boss room appears before him. "As soon as get back, I'll soak myself in a hot bath. Have what wrong, Jupiter? Senior, teach this is..."
Ash's eyes are met with the gruesome reality of his past actions, as the screams of his fallen teammates still echo in his mind. Weighed down by the weight of his guilt, Ash's fragile resolve is shattered as he grapples with the burden of his past atrocities, forced to confront the true cost of his own ambition and the lives he's lost. With the countdown timer ticking away, Ash is left to face the unforgiving consequences of his choices, his teammates' cries for help hanging precariously in the balance, their fate hanging by a thread.
That the last exploration area we have to go to someday. And although we have a long way to get there, our current location, Isla North Castle Wall after entering through the sewer and... Well, anyway, let's think about our next move next time. Free exploration finished. You can see your acquired items. We'll sleep until dinner, eat some food, and then do homework. Dian. 1. Only until dinner, my ass. 00000000000 might as well organize the items I got yesterday. Although that as far as its use goes,
More mouths to feed. Lucas, Jupiter, and Damien all storm into the kitchen, their bellies growling in unison. Ash's patience wears thin as he tries to make sense of the chaos.
There are ingredients, but no cooked food.
his dad was just loyal to his responsibility, and that's why he had to prepare for the next attack. Ash's jaw locks as he thinks about the weight of that responsibility. And that's not even the worst part. Our thank you for the late night snack. Chai. Late. Shall we go to sleep now? Are you alright, my prince? Your Highness has a complicated relationship with your family. Oh really? I complicated? I want just a playboy? You must be seeing your past in Miss Evangeline. I know ICA, am I wrong? Ha! World's best bot that the last exploration area we have to go to someday. And free exploration finished. You can see your acquired items. Ludan 1. Ash's fingers moved swiftly, cracking eggs into a bowl as the scent of smoked ham wafted from the skillet. He had never cooked for himself before, but the thought of his teammates' faces, forever frozen in death, haunted him. The memories of his past life, where every click was a life or death decision, still lingered. He added a pinch of spices, the aroma mingling with his guilt. Ash's thoughts take a darker turn as he remembers his father's funeral, something he's still trying to come to terms with.
Ash's body freezes in shock as reality crashes down. Teammate corpses strewn about the once vibrant landscape, their lifeless eyes a haunting testament to his new existence. The weight of Ash's past trauma crushes him, the grief over his father's passing now compounded by the tragic fate of those he was meant to protect, their memories etched in his mind forever. The dark presence lingers, watching Ash from the shadows, its intentions unclear. as the boundaries between his reality and the game blur, leaving his sanity hanging precariously in the balance.
What was the purpose behind that question? How should I RESP, you see, forgive me. Must have asked a sensitine question for you, your highness family life and Miss Evangeline family life. Yeah. Thanks. Here was I thinking too deeply of it? Anyway, sleep well, I'll see you tomorrow. Lucas. Yes, my P. What the? Does Ash have family drama problems? I should find some info on that later. Fusan Iran of the defense game over the next day. ILT7HT. Crossroad immediately began to pre. The invader this time's the Golem army.
Prince Ash's mind reels as he witnesses the devastating outcome of his carefree clicks and commands. The once meaningless victories now haunt him, the screams of his fallen teammates echoing in his mind. I won't let that happen again, he vows, determination burning within him. His fingers grasp for the defensive towers, his eyes scanning the battlefield for the enemy's next move. The cost of war has never been more palpable, and Ash is determined to rewrite the rules of this twisted game. Ash's voice cracks as he addresses his former teammates, a mix of determination and regret etched across his face. Today, I'll disobey the front count's last will. I'll be sad today.
He feels a wave of grief wash over him, a mix of sadness and regret. He wants to scream, to shout, to make someone hear him, but his voice is trapped in his throat. And that's not even the worst part. Lucas steps forward, his expression a mixture of concern and caution. He wants to help, to support Ash through this difficult moment. But Ash doesn't want his help. He's trying to be strong to get through this on his own.
Leave your worries behind and venture off, Junior.
Lucas felt like a stranger all of a sudden. Yeah. Thanks. Ash's voice cracks as he utters the words, struggling to maintain composure as the weight of his grief threatens to consume him completely, his eyes betraying his attempt at strength. Ash's emotional world is torn apart as he's forced to confront the devastating reality of his family legacy, a crushing burden that threatens to swallow his very identity, leaving him feeling lost and broken. As Ash's fragile emotional balance teeters on the brink of collapse, Lucas's attempt to offer support is met with rejection, leaving their fragile bond hanging precariously in the balance, waiting to be snapped.
Iran Soft, the D's came over after that day. I worked on 2 tasks at the same time. One, so you're set on letting Miss Evangeline go. I'll liquidate all of the Cross family property. I'll also of course. But,
Prince Ash's eyes snapped open, memories of the game flooding back as he gazed down at Prince Damien's slender fingers clutching a sleek handgun.
Hours and minutes until start, Ash muttered, his mind racing with the gruesome costs of his previous victories. A gentle voice cut through his thoughts. Maul, my prince, I think you should see this. Ash's head jerked towards the speaker, a faint whisper escaping his lips. What? Ash's eyes widened as he stared at the cryptic message on his desk. A mysterious transfer slip from Evangeline, the cunning leader of the Cross family clan. She'd somehow amassed a fortune from the family's properties, enough to live life on her own terms. The chamber door slams open, and Prince Ash is met with the piercing gaze of Evangeline, the cunning leader of the Cross family clan. Her eyes are narrowed, and her voice is laced with a deadly intent. You're coming with me. The room falls silent. Ash's eyes lock with hers, a silent understanding passing between them. The Smithy's chief is nowhere to be found, and Ader is nowhere in sight. It's just him and Evangeline. He realizes the truth. She's been playing him all along.
You have no choice.
And that's not even the worst part. Ash's eyes widen as he takes in the chaos. The monsters have split into 2 groups, and the city is in grave danger. He sees Evangeline standing off to the side, a look of determination etched on her face.
She's not going to let this game end without a fight.
Freaking. What kind of?
And that's when he realizes she's not the only one with a plan. He has no idea what's waiting. Evangeline's determination is unwavering. She demands that Ader liquidate the Cross family property within the week, including the official declaration statement. Ash's life hangs in the balance as he's forced to reconcile his past as Mr. Gamer Geek with his new life as Prince Ash, torn between loyalty and duty. His mind is flooded with memories of his old life, but the weight of his new responsibilities crushes him, threatening to erase the gamer he once was, leaving only a shadow of his former self. Evangeline's words echo ominously in the void as Ash's fate remains uncertain, her true loyalties and intentions veiled, leaving him to navigate the treacherous landscape of his new world.
Our prince gives a direct order. Abandon one cannon to save a traitor. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice, and his voice is a whip crack. We can't hold out for much longer. The golem army is coming. Of the monsters are already within cannon range. His eyes are on fire, and his breath comes in short bursts. When do they come into our range? At this speed, in less than minutes, I'll have to make a choice, and it won't be pretty. He turns to his team, and his voice turns cold. We need to have them lined up and ready to fire before that.
Stop. You're wrong.
Ash's plan is already doomed. The soldiers are determined to save Evangeline, no matter the cost. Ash's anger boils over. This isn't a plan. It's a death wish.
But there's no defense at all. We'll be annihilated.
Ash's frustration turns to despair. They're running out of time. The monsters are closing in. Ash's eyes scan the horizon, searching for a glimmer of hope. Ash's mind is racing. There has to be a way to save their team.
Then what are you planning to do?
As Ash navigates his new reality, he's faced with a daunting decision.
Ash looks up, his eyes scanning the surrounding buildings for any sign of danger. He knows every second counts. What if they don't make it on time? What if the monsters overwhelm them? The desolate landscape stretches out before him, littered with debris and shattered dreams. Ash remembers the last defeat of the Cross family, the ones who protected this place for hundreds of years. He recalls the gold coins and the family name, the last defeated soldier running away without a fight. Dad, Mom, I'll make it up to you. I'll protect this place.
Ash's eyes widen as the mysterious figure turns to face him, their eyes locking in a gaze that sparks a mix of curiosity and trepidation, the air thick with unspoken messages. Ash's hopes and fears are laid bare as he's forced to confront the weight of his responsibilities. His sense of purpose forged in the fires of desperation and heartbreak. Every decision a test of his resolve. The desolate landscape stretches out before Ash like an abyss, the stakes higher than ever as the mysterious figure's intentions remain shrouded in secrecy, their path converging with Ash's in a dance of uncertain destiny.
Evangeline's hands won't stop moving. She checks the exit twice, her eyes darting towards the door. She's restless, her body reacting before her mind. She can feel the weight of her family's fate bearing down on her.
Stop. You're wrong.
Ash remembers marrying his beautiful wife, Evangeline. They were meant to have a new life, free from the cycle of sacrifice. But fate had other plans. Evangeline's mother, his mother-in-law, passed away 3 years ago. Every moment Ash spent with his family felt like a performance, a facade to maintain the Cross family's safety. He felt a presence lurking around him, a threat to their well-being. Ash reaches the ruins of a house, and he spots the enemy, the Golem army. They're ambushing Crossroad a day earlier than anyone expected. He's got to act fast, but how? The stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Time to show off. Ash moves before anyone else can breathe, and the blade is already past the commander's guard. The outcome is far from certain. He has no idea what's waiting for him.
I have to run. There's no horse? Then I'll run to Crossroad. And that's not even the worst part. Ash is in a flashback, 3 years after his mother's death. He still can't understand why his father left.
This is the only time I can gain some distance.
Ash's eyes widen in horror as the true cost of his actions comes crashing down. The lives of his teammates forever lost to the merciless pursuit of victory. The weight of regret crushes Ash, his innocence shattered by the gruesome realities of the game, and the lives he's callously discarded, leaving a gaping void within him. As Ash stands frozen in anguish, the haunting words of the girl's message linger, a chilling warning that the time for redemption is running out, leaving him with an impossible choice: continue down the path of destruction or forge a new future. Prince Ash stumbled into the dark chamber, trying to shake off the lingering effects of the mysterious transfer. But before he could clear his head, the sound of his own voice echoed through the room. "I'll go alone. What? The rescue squad will just be me." Evangeline's voice chimed in, her tone laced with a mix of concern and annoyance. What? What are you talking about, my prince?" The prince's words cut her off, the cruel command piercing the air like a sword. "Save Evangeline alone." What? The Empire's darkest secret is about to be revealed, and it's not just the Golem army that's waiting for Ash. Prince Ash's resolve is tested as he confronts the devastating cost of his decisions. "After all the sacrifices you and your family made to protect this place," Ash says, his voice a mix of sorrow and determination.
We can't keep running. We have to fight.
But the real problem is already in motion. The Empire's most deadly secret is about to be unleashed. The Empire's deadliest secret is a Golem army, and it's about to tear the battlefront apart. Ash takes a deep breath, trying to reason with Isman. He explains that they need to act fast, or Evangeline will be lost forever. Isman's still not sold on the idea, but Ash's words are starting to sink in. Ash seizes the opportunity, using his knowledge of the Empire's layout to convince Isman that this is the only way to save Evangeline.
Stats show high risk of failure.
Ash's words are having an effect, but Isman's still hesitant. Ash spots the giant golem in the distance, its massive body a testament to the Empire's power. Ash's eyes light up with determination. This is their chance to turn the tide of battle. And that's not even the worst part. Ash's fate is already sealed. He's going to face the consequences of his actions whether he likes it or not. Ash's determination ignites a fiery battle cry as he charges forward, leaving Isman's desperate attempts to reason with him in the dust. Ash's bold declaration of war against the Empire has come at a heartbreaking cost. His connection with Isman hangs precariously in the balance. The darkness gathering outside the city gates refuses to be silenced, as Ash's fate hangs in the balance, foretold by the Empire's ominous silence. The commander who was thought invincible has a boss monster as their strongest unit, and it's me. I've seen this before. The hyenas never back down. My teammates are scattered, and I'm the only one left to hold the line. I grit my teeth, ready for the fight. My eyes lock onto the hyenas, and I charge forward.
Stop. We can't take this.
The hyenas are relentless, their jaws snapping wildly as they close in. I swing my sword, keeping them at bay. My movements are swift, but the hyenas are too many. They swarm around me, their hot breath on my skin. I need a commander's presence to turn this battle around. The hyenas are relentless, their numbers overwhelming. Ash's team is faltering, and he's the only one left to hold the line. He spots a chance to escape and makes a break for it, but the hyenas are closing in fast. Ash's eyes scan the horizon, his heart racing with every step. He knows they can't keep this up, his magic is running low, and his team is on the brink of collapse. And that's not even the worst part. What's waiting for them on the other side of this battle? Ash's mind is racing with questions, but the hyenas are already upon them. The outcome is far from certain, and the cost is already too high. The lion takes a step forward, its roar echoing through the landscape, a fierce warning to the hyenas. The ground shakes beneath Ash's feet as the lion charges at the hyenas. Ash can feel the adrenaline pumping through his veins. They're gonna fight. He realizes the lion's plan is to take down the hyenas one by one, using its speed and agility to outmaneuver them.
Defeat them, and we'll be free.
Ash watches as the lion leaps into action, its paws swiping through the air with precision. The hyenas scatter, but the lion is relentless, chasing them down one by one. The lion's body is battered and bruised, but it refuses to yield. It charges forward once more, its paws swiping through the air with precision. The hyenas are too quick, and they dodge the attack with ease. Ash can see the lion's desperation. It's fighting for its life, and it knows it's running out of time. The outcome is far from certain, and Ash's heart is racing with every step. What's waiting for them on the other side of this fight? The lion's fight is far from over. It's going to need its strength, its cunning, and a bit of luck to take down the hyenas. Ash spots a narrow opening between the hyenas. He takes a deep breath, focuses his energy, and makes a split-second decision. He charges forward, using his agility to dodge the hyena's snapping jaws.
Nice, Evangeline.
The outcome of this battle hangs precariously in the balance. Ash knows that one wrong move could be his last. But for now, he's got a plan, and he's sticking to it. He's got to use his wits to outsmart the hyenas.
Why don't you just go straight and get hit by the attacks, then?
Ash's heart is pounding, but he's not giving up yet. He knows that if he can just outlast the hyenas, he might find a way to turn the tables. He's got to keep moving forward, no matter what.
Ash charges forward with split-second decision-making, dodging hyenas' snapping jaws as he creates a narrow opening to exploit their weaknesses. But the hyena's relentless pursuit has him fighting for survival on the edge of collapse. Ash's heart is pounding as he's forced to confront the dire reality of his situation, having lost his initial advantage and now facing a desperate struggle to outlast the hyena's merciless assault, his future hanging precariously in the balance. With the outcome of this battle hanging precariously in the balance, Ash's next move will be crucial. Will he manage to outsmart the hyenas and turn the tables, or will their relentless pursuit finally consume him, leaving his fate in the hands of his enemies?
A person who seeks to win must not rely on luck. Attacks Muse, I'll go to dash. It was my principle to use any means possible. You are doomed. Rest in peace, Fumble. I knew this would happen someday. Ni ag dash. SE Senior. Your left hand. Done make a big deal of it. I expected this. The torn skin closes up and the broken bones fuse back. Tog urge. Hurts like hell. Buy me some time. Seconds. Just seconds. Rest. Ash gritted his teeth as the massive steam engine golem bore down on them, its iron fists crushing everything in its path. You've done your job, he spat, his voice dripping with venom. As he swiftly gave the order to fall back and regroup, the team hesitated for a moment before obeying, their eyes wide with a mix of fear and awe as they scrambled to survive the onslaught. In a chaotic burst of adrenaline, Ash yells out orders, his mind racing to protect his teammates from the relentless horde. Fall back. We need to regroup. His voice cuts through the din of clashing steel and screams, shattering the illusion of their previous mindless gameplay.
Ash leaps forward, his sword flashing as he engages the enemy. The enemy warrior's shield shatters under Ash's assault, and it stumbles backward, momentarily stunned. Ash seizes the opportunity. Huh? The shield. Not want durable enough. Ash's grip on the disarmed mana gun tightens as he prepares for the next challenge, his determination fueling a fierce battle cry that echoes through the chaos. Ash's unyielding resolve has earned him a crucial victory, but at what cost? Senior's lingering hesitation hints at a deeper concern, a vulnerability that Ash is yet to address. The house looms before them, a potential safe haven, but Senior's eyes remain fixed on the remnants of the enemy forces. a sense of foreboding that refuses to dissipate, leaving the outcome precarious.
I've got this under control, guys. Just keep moving forward.
And that's not even the worst part. It seems like they've gone into deactivated state. You have a... Ugh.
Ash's voice is laced with pain. He's trying to forgive, but the memories haunt him. He looks at the person in front of him, and his voice cracks.
Evangeline.
The room falls silent. Ash's eyes wander to the person in front of him. He's parsing of everything. He looks at the person, and his voice is barely above a whisper.
Hack.
Ash spots a glimmer of hope, a possible escape route through a nearby building. Evangeline notices it too and starts to move towards it. Ash knows he has to follow her, but his last insurance is running out. His potion supply is almost depleted. He takes one last look around, and his eyes lock onto the senior figure, who's watching him with an unreadable expression.
Keep running, Evangeline.
Just as they're about to reach the building, the senior figure speaks up, and Ash knows their chances just got even slimmer. The senior figure's words are laced with an air of finality. Ash knows he's running out of time.
Ash's heart is racing with anticipation. He's on the brink of a new discovery, one that could change everything. He spots a glimmer of hope, a possible connection between the world of the game and the real world. He takes a step forward, his mind racing with possibilities. He remembers the training he received and the skills he's developed over time. He's ready for whatever comes next. He looks at Teresa, who's watching him with a mixture of fear and determination.
Let's keep moving.
But what lies ahead?
Ash's eyes widen as the senior figure utters a cryptic warning, sending a chill down his spine. A mysterious figure is on the move, threatening the fragile balance of power. Ash's heart is heavy with the weight of responsibility, weighed down by the lives lost and the teammate who died in his game. His guilt and determination etched on his face. The shadows cast by the setting sun are about to conceal a sinister plot, as Ash's world is turned upside down by the revelation of a mysterious figure, leaving him to wonder if he's truly prepared for the battle ahead.